was a study done out of Harvard Business School in terms of what are the three components to project success, right? So you have the standard, which is executive support, right? So that one goes across a lot of people's model or method for how you do a successful project. The next piece is having a method or a methodology, right? And typically what happens is people will make up a methodology to address a specific project. They don't necessarily have a pre-constructed method. And the danger with that is that you're kind of doing the, okay, we'll go this way model of implementation, and that's when you start to get into chaos. Because if you haven't executed that in the past, right, you're exploring it while you're building the plane while you're trying to fly it, right? And that's a huge risk factor and introduces all kinds of permutations of risk into a project. And the third component that they pointed out was having somebody who knows how to do that work, that they've done it in the past. And the challenge, again, is that not always that comes into play. And so sometimes you'll have a group of very intelligent people who are brought in and said, hey, you're smart people, go figure that out. Well, smart people know how to do smart things, but they need structure, they need guidance, they need a method, they need a roadmap of how to execute. And if you don't combine that method with the people, right, it doesn't always work out well. So with EDD, as an example, we use that combination of people and method with tools to guide that process to help us get that project in ahead of schedule, under budget, right, to be able to make sure that the unemployment insurance SI had that data available to them to actually then execute the project. And we're doing the same thing with CalPERS. We're using that same methodology to move their database data out of their mainframe and into their Oracle platform to help them save money. So it's that having that method and that experience to be able to execute that seamless process, that very accelerated process, that allows that mitigation of risk to happen. It's absolutely critical. You have to engage change management as you engage the project. It's not something you do as an afterthought or, oh, by the way, now that we've constructed this new system or we've moved to this new data store, that we're going to now do change management to help all these folks adjust. Change management is an evolutionary process. It's integrated with the entire legacy transformation effort. So you have to engage that work early and incrementally implement that change management in parallel with the technical and business process reengineering that you're doing as part of a legacy transformation. Because when you're really doing legacy transformation, one of the things that has to be really sincerely considered is that you are automating some process, because you're dealing with a system that may be 20, 30 years old. The new technology and the lessons learned from all the years of iterative development have come to the fact that you can now streamline a lot of this work. Well, in streamlining it, you're changing the way people work. You're changing people's job descriptions. You're changing their position within the hierarchy of an enterprise. You have to address that. And you also have to address how both internal and external stakeholders are going to work with each other, dependencies with other agencies. And so that change management process has to be part of the planning, the requirements measurement, as well as the execution and the rollout.